Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time and locations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, my dear viewers, I am back again with another update. So guys, I have a video here I would like we all to watch. But before then, if you're meeting my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Please kindly do well to like, share and subscribe. Leave your thought about this video in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this video, and I will see you towards the end.
Authority of heads of state and government has only activated a full-scale application of sanctions, which include the use of legitimate force to restore constitutional order. In the interim, the region is employing other elements of its instruments and engaging with the military authorities, as can be attested to by the several missions that have been fielded to the country and our joint efforts with our partners, including the African Union and the United Nations. We are hopeful that these diplomatic efforts will yield the desired outcome and make it unnecessary for the deployment of the force. Nonetheless, preparations continue towards making the force ready for deployment. Consequently, the technical arms of the decision-making organs, which include the Committee of Chiefs of Defense Staff, have also been directed to prepare the community enforcement mechanism in case it becomes compelling to deploy the force. Friends of the press, we believe that even now it is not too late for the military authorities in Niger to reconsider their action and listen to the voice of reason, as the regional leaders will not condone coup d'etat. ECOWAS also wishes to remind them of their responsibility for the security and safety of President Bazoum, members of his family and government. At this juncture, let me reiterate that the real issue is the determination of the community to halt the spiral of coup d'etats in the region. We are all brothers irrespective of the artificial borders, but the rule of law has to be upheld. The unconstitutional action of the military in Niger has plunged the people of Niger into serious socio-economic crisis. In other words, Nigerians are suffering today because a section of the military, which should be focused on its constitutional role, decided to hijack the political institution and subvert democracy. The truth is, neither Niger nor the West African sub-region needs such a major distraction at this time, and we all like to see the defense and security forces of Niger Republic to return immediately to their constitutional role and restore constitutional order. We all will recall that the Niger military have performed credibly as exemplified in their fight against terrorism and their sterling performance in the multinational joint task force in the Lake Chad Basin area and in the areas within the Liptako-Gourma region. The decision of the heads of state and government to activate the clause providing for the application of legitimate force in Niger was reached only after due consideration of how political dialogue alone has unfortunately failed to deter coup plotters in the region. The precedents in Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso are unsettling and underline the reason why the community was obliged to take such a hard but legitimate stance, backed by ECOWAS community law, which I must stress again was subscribed to by all the member states, including the Republic of Niger. The actions of the community have been guided by a recognition of the community's obligation within the context of the spirit of solidarity and collective responsibility that underlines the ECOWAS integration arrangements. We recognize the Republic of Niger as an important member of the ECOWAS family, and it remains so to date. The Republic of Niger is not a target for destruction by ECOWAS. And ECOWAS will never allow the people of Niger to suffer in the hands of enemies within or without. ECOWAS is deeply concerned about the well-being of the people and the country. Historically, military administrations have not demonstrated any capacity to better deal with complex political, social, and security challenges. The security situation in the countries under military government have rather deteriorated, as national territories are being lost to terrorists under their administration, even though this has become the main justification for their intervention. In most cases, the rights and freedoms of the citizens are also inevitably curtailed, with arbitrary arrests, detentions, and use of excessive force becoming the order of the day. The social cohesion in these countries is weakening by the day, and it will take years to restore. We do not want this to happen in the Republic of Niger. In conclusion, let me reiterate that fifth columnists have unfortunately been misrepresenting our decisions and actions, deriding regional authorities as being teleguided by foreign powers with nefarious intentions. Let me remind everyone that ECOWAS is a community of rules and regulations, norms and values. These principles, which have been accumulated over the 48 years of its existence, and they underpin its actions. These principles have been accumulated over 48 years of ECOWAS's existence, and they underpin the community's actions. It is undeniable that these admirable principles have made the region an exemplar among regional economic communities within and outside Africa, and many look up to it for inspiration. We are therefore not under the dictate of any extra-regional power or interests. Our interest is rather the protection of the rights of our people, with the objective of building a rule-based community and fostering peace and prosperity for all in our region. So while we are determined to bend over backwards to accommodate diplomatic efforts, we are not unaware of the true intention of some of the members of the military leadership. At first, they snubbed our diplomatic efforts, but recently began to show signs of being amenable, only for them to take a path which we consider to be dangerous, by putting in place a government and declaring a transition timetable which is unacceptable to ECOWAS. Distinguished members of the press, let me reiterate that the decision of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, which is currently chaired by His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Republic of Nigeria, is to work for the peaceful restoration of civilian rule in the Republic of Niger without any delay, and to use all the instruments at the disposal of ECOWAS towards the attainment of this goal. As for the other countries in transition, namely Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea, ECOWAS will continue to support their transition process as directed by the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. We will continue to support their fight against terrorism to ensure the restoration of democracy, peace, and security in our community. We will also continue to work with them on the agreed transition timetables. Ladies and gentlemen, may I once again thank you all for honoring our invitation, and I hope that you will continue to remain our partners in progress as we navigate these difficult times in our region. I'll be most honored to entertain some questions from you. I thank you for your attention. Nowhere has ECOWAS indicated that at the end of the 7-day deadline, military force will be the only option. Nowhere. If you look at the decision says the authority of heads of state and government will employ all measures to restore constitutional order in the Republic of Niger. And these measures may include the use of force. I invite all colleagues to have a relook at the decision as well as the communique. So when we say the decision of heads of state and government has been taken out of context, this is what we refer to. We say all measures which may include the use of force, and now only the use of force was extracted and then blown out. So this is why we are saying it is taken out of proportion. The use of force is still on the table as provided for by ECOWAS instruments. These instruments are old instruments, as you will see, as you have heard me say. They date as far back as the 2000s, the 1990s, and these instruments have been subscribed to by all ECOWAS member states, including the Republic of Niger. So if we have no problem with the instruments, we should not have any problem with the implementation of the instruments. The fact that all of us can travel around in West Africa without visas, we can trade without tariffs, are part of our instruments that our community has taken, just like they have taken this particular instrument. And I think I have listed about 5 or 4 of them. And they don't date today. They date as far back as 12 years ago or even older. So their implementation is what the heads of state have decided on now. And the measures provided for in those instruments include the use of force. So it is very much on the table, as are other measures that we are working on. Refugees and displaced persons, these are really the victims of the unconstitutional action that some members of the military have decided to take in Niger. So we should all work to ensure that the actions that they have taken do not impact on the ordinary people, let alone on the refugees and displaced persons. Why is ECOWAS more stringent against Niger? No, ECOWAS is not more stringent against Niger. ECOWAS has decided to put a stop to the spate of coup d'etats that we have been witnessing in the sub-region. And they have therefore decided to implement the instruments that are already in existence and to which all member states have subscribed.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. How wanna see the video? Wait till I think about this video. Make a leave in a thought for the comment section. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.